One should offer respectful obeisances to the personality of Lord Maharaj. Adonai, the Jesus was most humiliated. Adonai, the goddess of learning. And Krishna, the author. Praise Shri Bhakti Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhakti Namaste, Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. By writing by writing research to the all the externals of the Maharaj, and loving service unto the personality of God, whose praise with transcendent songs established excellent Maharaj. Om Jnanamandasya Nashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Srila Prabhupada ki Mukam Karati Vacharam Pangam Dandayate Girim Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. Is there a microphone? Do we use a microphone? This is good enough?
Yes, put it on the table.
On the table. Okay. Okay. Today we are looking at
chapter 21,
chapter 21.
from verse 18 to 20, and focusing on 18.
21. And verses, please?
18 to 20,
18 to 20.
and focusing on 18.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Harthayam adrir abala hari dasavaryo. Pardon me?
You're not reading the translation?
I don't know. Okay, I got you. Everybody ready? Every temple does it different. That's fine. Of all the devotees, this Govardhan hill is the best, O my friends. This hill supplies Krishna and Balaram, along with their calves, cows, and cowherd friends, with all kinds of necessities: water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers, and vegetables. In this way, the hill offers respects to the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan hill appears very jubilant. My dear friends, as Krishna and Balaram pass through the forest with their cowherd friends, leading their cows, they carry ropes to bind the cows' rear legs at the time of milking. When Lord Krishna plays on his flute, the sweet music causes the moving living entities to become stunned and the non-moving trees to tremble with ecstasy. These things are certainly very wonderful. Thus, narrating to one another the playful pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as he wandered about in the Vrindavan forest, the gopis became fully absorbed in thoughts of him. And we're focusing on text number 18, Hari Bol. This chapter is entitled, The Gopis Glorify the Song of Krishna's Flute. Everybody ready? Okay. Hantayam addirir avala haridasa varyo. Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparshasha Pramodaha. Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparshasha Pramodaha. Manang Tanuti Sahago Ganayostaro Yat. Manang Tanuti Sahago Ganayostaro Yat. Paniya Suyavasa Khandara Khanda Mulahai
Vaniya Suryavasa Kanda Kandamulai Antaya Madirbala Haridasa Varyo
Antaya Adri Abala Haridasa Varyo Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoya
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyat Aniya Suya Vasakandara Kagramulahai
Hantaya Madhurira Bala Haridasa Varyo
Antaya Madhurira Bala Haridasa Varyo
Yatrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha
Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyat
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyat
Paniya Suvasha Kandara Kandamuli
Paniya Suvasakandara Kamamulahai
Hantaya Madhira Bala Haridasa Varyo Hantaya Madhira Bala Haridasa
Savaryo
Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha
Yanama
Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayastayoyat
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyat
Paniya Suya Vasa Kandara Kandamulai
Paniya Suya Vasakandara Kamudalai
Hantanayam Abala Haridasavayo
Antayam Adrir Abala Haridasavaryo
Yadhama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha
Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyat Paniya Suya Vasakandara Kamudalai Anta Ayam this Adrihi hill Abala O friends Haridasa Variha the best among the servants of the Lord yet because Ram Krishna Charana of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and Balaram Sparsha by the touch Pramodaha jubilant Manam respect Tanoti offers Saha with Go Ganayaho the cows, calves, and cowherd boys. Tayaho to them, Sri Krishna and Balaram. Yet, because Paniya with drinking water, Suyavasa, very soft grass, Andara, caves, Akandamulahaya, and edible roots. And don't you forget it. Just want to see if you're really attentive, and you are. Okay. Translation. We're going to do this all together, right? Of all the devotees, this Govardhan hill is the best. My friends, this is the best Krishna Balaram, along with their cows and cowherd friends, with all kinds of necessities, water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers, and vegetables. In this way, the hill offers respects to the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan hill appears very jubilant. And purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktimarga Swami Prabhupada and his disciples, Hare Krishna. This translation is quoted from Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 18, text 34. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti
Thakur.
explains the
Money.
Money
Material.
business.
Magic. Magic.
how many? 6 opulence. Thank you. Bravo. Opulences of Govardhan Hill as follows. Paniya refers to the fragrant cool water from the Govardhan waterfalls, which Krishna and
Balaram.
drink and use to wash their
Feet.
and
Mouth.
mouths. Govardhan also offers other
Drinks.
yeah,
Drinks.
Juices.
Nectar.
can it be
Can.
be
Beverages.
beverages. Jai Hari Om. Beverages, such as
Honey.
honey and
Mango.
mango juice and pilu juice. Does anybody know what that is? Pilu? Okay. Suyavasa indicates durva grass used to make the religious offering of arghya. Govardhan also has grass that is fragrant, soft, and conducive to the strong growth of
Cow.
and increased production of
Milking.
Okay. Thus, this grass is used for
Eating.
Feeding.
Cows.
feeding the transcendental herds. Kandara refers to the
Caves.
caves where Krishna
Balaram.
and their friends
Play.
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 Together. On the grass. Swimming. On the ground. Rolling. Swing. Jump. Rolling. Jump. Stand. Standing. Jumping.
Drinking.
Working.
Sit. Thank you. Sit. And lie.
Down.
Okay. These caves give pleasure when the weather is too
Pleasant.
Hot.
or too or when it is.
Raining. Thunder.
Govardhan also features soft roots for
Eating.
Eating.
Chewy.
not eating. It's okay. All right. Also,
Mike.
Garden. Necklace.
Pearls. Decorating.
Decorating.
jewels for ornamenting the
Body.
flat places for
Ground.
sitting and
Standing. Walking. Looking. Hanging. Watching. What? Oh. See. With the lantern. Seeing. Light. Seeing. Looking. Finding.
give me an L.
Looking.
L.
Lamp.
A. Lamps, yes.
Fish with lamps.
Well, you didn't say it loud enough.
Oh.
I didn't hear you. And
Looking.
Mirror.
mirrors in the form of smooth stones, glistening water, and other natural substances. Hare Krishna. Jai Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktimarga Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauramani Vicharini Nirvishesha Shanyavari Paschachari Shatarini. Jai Hare Krishna. So, have you led normal childhood lives? Or were you stuck in an apartment, floor number 36 or something like that? Like part of the concrete jungle? Yeah, you've had that experience. Okay, now, if you have the good fortune of being on the countryside, you'll experience lots of different kind of plants, lots of different smells. Um, and one thing that is really, let's say, adventurous is if you go into sort of a rocky area and you find caves. Yeah? Govardhan Hill has caves to it, at least it did at one time. Now, when you're a kid and you find a cave, it is the most exhilarating thing. Anybody had that experience before, going in caves? We have caves in Ontario, some near Collingwood. There's, some famous caves over there, and sort of up more towards Lake Huron. It's beautiful to go in there because it offers shelter, and also, your imagination goes wild, Anytime that the mind has an opportunity to spin around and get stirred up with imaginative things, you get extremely creative, You imagine staying in there and living in there for a while. When I went to, is this a cave? Oh, that's Govardhan. It doesn't look like Govardhan to me. But anyways, Govardhan's supposed to be in the shape, if you fly above, it's supposed to be the shape of a peacock. Did you know that?
Yes.
And there was a time when there were caves, there was a time when there was waterfalls, not anymore. But Govardhan Hill at one time was up a bit higher, and its elevation was greater than it is today. And as time goes on through the Kali Yuga, it probably eventually will just, be flat. May not even be a hill in the future. Yeah, caves, getting back to caves. What do they say? They say about the caves, it offers a little bit like a place of seclusion. The fellow who wrote a famous book about men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
John Gray.
Okay, great, thanks. And it's very revealing when people read that, they go, oh, I understand things now a little bit better. And he talks about the man has to spend some time in the cave, so let him do that. Let him have his time in the cave. But what about kids? One time Krishna and Balaram and the coward boys, they saw a cave, but it was a very different kind of a cave. It was the Agasura, and it had its mouth wide open, and the boys were talking to each other and said, what do you think about this? And they thought, looks like a cave, so let's go. But they weren't quite sure. It was like a massive python. And they went in there somewhat bravely. They had it all in their mind that if there's any problem with this cave, Krishna will surely take care of the situation and he'll rescue us. Okay. Now, let's look at the mindset of Krishna. When Krishna saw the boys going into this particular cave, one by one, he was very concerned. He was concerned that should this big, demon, it appeared to be a demon, he was very motionless, but should he clamp down, what would happen, And he's Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He could take care of these things. He could come as the hero and open up the jaws and clobber the guy, cream him to death, He has the ability to do that, But he momentarily became bewildered. Now, does God become bewildered? Yes. As part of the Leela, as part of the pastime, it's okay for the Lord to do that. Yes. So anyways, they all went in, and then, yes, the mouth closed in, and then the Lord popped out from outside, and all the boys escaped. For these gopas, the coward boys, everything was an adventure. Remember the story of Putana? She was supposed to be about 11 miles long. I don't know how many kilometers that would be. Maybe it's 20, it'd be close to 20 kilometers. That's pretty long. How many people have walked 20 kilometers at a stretch? Yeah, okay, so from one end to the other, from the head to the toe, there's quite a distance. Anyways, when she lay there, and she was devastated by Krishna because her intention was ill-motivated. She was out to kill Krishna. That was her assignment. The people, or the person behind all these demons who came almost every day to get at Krishna was, you know who, Kamsa. And almost every day there was a new asura coming in with their own little tricks. Everybody, each demon had their own little trick, you know. Whether it was kicking with the legs or opening the mouth or offering breast milk, in the case of Putana, they all basically got liberated by the Lord because they were personally coming close to him, even though it wasn't in the most favorable light. Still the Lord said, they're coming close to me. So this is Krishna's magnanimity. Anybody who tries to come close to me, I like them. You know, even Kamsa had this, you know, animosity towards Krishna, but Krishna dealt with him too, and he straddled him on the chest several times over. The first Janmashtami that I ever went to, that I celebrated, was in New Vrindavan, and the devotees put on a drama. I think it was maybe from New York, and I remember when the young fellow who was all in blue playing the role of Krishna, he grabbed the person playing Kamsa, brought him down, and straddled him on the chest like this, bang, bang. It was very effective. And all the devotees went, yeah, they all clapped like anything. And I was coming from sort of a hippie, soft, everything, no non-violent background. I thought, did I join the right movement? I momentarily was thinking, all these sadistic people here, they like violence, you know. But Krishna was kind to all of these different fellows and also Matajis, because Putana was a Mataji. And, you know, he gave them all liberation. In fact, in the case of Putana, because she came like a mother offering milk, he awarded her with the same status as Yashoda. It's a form of moksha, you know, liberation. So how nice is he? I'm talking about Krishna, question mark. Isn't he nice, you know? Even if you come with bad intentions, he'll just, you know, turn everything around and make it good, you know? And, but there's some good fortune that comes from anyone who just gets right in there with the Lord. The Lord has a good time, and he's grateful that some of these asuras are accelerating his emotions, you know? Krishna likes to have a good fight, you know, sometimes. And he wrestles with some of the, Kaliya is one example. You know, he danced around and he avoided Krishna was like a honey badger, you know. And he was able to avoid all the darting coming at him from Kaliya. There were 100 hoods on this demon's body. 100, that's a lot. And they were all coming at him at different times. And he was able to avoid each one of them and hop on each one of the hoods, you know. And when his foot did contact, it hurt him. It hurt them, I mean to say, the 100 hoods on this demon. So Krishna had a good time. The demons didn't have such a great time. By the way, Kaliya is the only asura that got away with murder, so to speak. He did not get killed by the Lord, but he actually escaped. And he went through the Indian Ocean and ended up at a place called Fiji. Haribol. Fiji, where all the, you know, Fiji water, everyone see that. It's very well marketed. And I walked Fiji, and I was on that island. I said, I really want to go see Kaliya. I really want to see him. But there's all kinds of folklore tales of, you know, like say ill omens. They say anybody who sees this snake, and even the local native people believe that there is a massive snake monster in there, like off the ocean, but sort of somewhat inland with caves and all that around. Anybody who actually goes in there, they come out and become being mad or blind or both. So I was hoping, you know, I was really thinking about going, but my time was limited. On that island, we had to go to another island. But I thought maybe in the future I'll go. There are these mountains that you have to cross to get there from the main road. And they're sort of like bare mountains. There's no trees there. and it was also hot and humid as I saw this. And if we got close to there, some people would probably, the local people said, no, they'll probably turn you back here until you get turned back from where you came from. Because we had some interactions with some of the local people. Some of the local people, by the way, in Fiji, they have a background in eating humans. You know, the first Christian missionary that came there, he got prematurely reincarnated. If you know what I mean. You know, and the people on the island, they never had shoes. They never understood what shoes were. They didn't really need them, you know. So they were eager to try anything. They took the shoes made of leather by the missionary and put it in water and boiled it. And they kept boiling it to think that it would break down, but it didn't. Okay? When I was there, I left from the airport at, I think it was Suva, the name of the city. But they have pictures, this is for tourists, pictures of famous cannibals. People buy pictures of cannibals, like, you know, so the black and white cannibals, there's less of them now. But so that's a big thing. People used to eat each other. Haribo. And I think I mentioned to you this before. One of my godbrothers, Kulashekar, he's from Quebec. He lived at Charnagati. He had a whole stack of National Geographics. And I was looking at the one by one. And there was one from the 40s. I pulled that out. And at the back, near the end, there was a picture of a cannibal, you know, like from here up. And there was a quote, "I've eaten a man and I've eaten a woman. They taste the same." Okay, so anyways, let's get away from the gruesome kind of creatures. Krishna's just kind to everybody. Yeah? With Kaliya, he let him live, and so he escaped to the Fiji Islands. And you can read about Kaliya and also the wives that responded to him. The wives were thinking, well, my husband, he's not of such good character, but somehow or other, they got the lotus feet. They're very pious women, you know. And they said they got the dust of the lotus feet on his head. So I don't know what he did to deserve that. But so all this thing about Krishna going after people, it's really just their good fortune. And in the background of all these asuras, I think most of you know, they were not asuras after all. They were suras. They're devotees of the Lord. And do you think Krishna's going to, you know, like roll out, like be in a drama with non-devotees? Like, no, he wants people, he wants to select people who are his devotees. They're going to play the roles as demons. Krishna has his own production team, you know, and he's the director too. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam. He's the director, you know, the supreme, Parameshwara. Sometimes we do plays and you got a main director and you got a co-director. Well, Krishna is the main director of these pastimes. Point is, he likes to get physical. He likes to play. He likes to do that. You know, sometimes people get a real charge out of, you know, like physical. Like we met Nitai the other day. Does anybody know Nitai? Yeah, and he says, I asked him, "What do you do, Nitai?" He said, "Well, I'm a barber, but I want to be a boxer." So I said, "Okay, all right, how to go?" So, and sometimes people do mind games, you know. Even chess is a little bit like that, you know. It's a game of contest of, you know, wits, you know, you're pitting against each other, and people thrive on that kind of thing, you know. Just tug of war, all these. Krishna, and we enjoy these things, and because we are coming from Krishna, therefore we can appreciate that it's all coming from him, these different those emotions and feelings and interactions. Because it's in him, therefore we have it. Okay, so caves we're talking about. I went to Dehradun one year. That's in the eastern part of India. And a lot of Buddhists live in that area. because India's always been kind. Anybody's got some trouble in the world, India said, yeah, come on over. They did it with the Jews. They did it with the Buddhists who were in trouble with China. Yeah, come on over, you know. So at Dehradun, there's a cave there where Dronacharya meditated, apparently. You know, you don't know what to believe sometimes. He says, really? And I told the guy, did he really go? So I went in there and I sat there and chanted some japa inside. There's only room for one, maybe two people if you want to get snug. But it was kind of an amazing experience to be in that cave. Yes. What else is described about this hill? Everyone appreciated it so much because it offered grasses to the cows and the bulls to eat, right? And it is sacred because the Lord, walked on that hill. He also was under the hill. He was atop and under. Anyways, what is it that Krishna cannot do, right? Yes. There are grasses. Of course, there's some fruits, fruit trees up there. You don't find that too much. Now, the last time I walked around Govardhan in a parikrama, there was a fellow. He had a motorcycle, sort of halfway up on the hill. And it was really interesting because the local monkeys got on there when he wasn't there, the owner wasn't there. They got on there and they started ripping the thing apart. Anything they could find that you better watch out, bring your motorcycle up to. It just started pulling, and I was, where's the guy? Where's the owner here? But the monkeys, you know how they are. They're mischief makers. And so that's another feature of Vrindavan, the monkeys. Anybody's been there, you really have to. Don't wear glasses. Don't have a garland. They're going to yank at your bead bag, and especially these guys.
It happened to me.
Did it? And you ransomed with them?
Yeah, I had to give them banana to get my phone back.
Yes, that's right, yeah. The last time I walked there, I saw somebody a monkey ran off with his cell phone, and the monkey went up on a building, and the guy was screaming at the monkey, and there were several other buddies for the monkeys, so it can be a little bit on the scary side. So they're very smart. It happened to Prabhupada once. A monkey in Vrindavan had stole his slipper, one of his shoes, And Prabhupada was scolding the monkey, and he wanted it back. So he ransomed with a banana, and he got, and somebody had to, the monkey didn't hand the slipper back. Somebody had to go and get it from on top of a roof. Now, Prabhupada took that slipper, and the one was in good shape, but the other one had teeth marks in it. And Prabhupada wore that slipper for a whole year with the monkey teeth marks dug inside. Oh, they're really something. So features of Vrindavan are like that, and Govardhan Hill in particular. We did talk about peacocks the other day. You're going to find them over there. And now when you go to Govardhan Hill, you'll see these they look like ancient trees. Some of them look almost like dead. They're very dark, very black, like some prehistoric scene when you go there. And, but they're blessed. Anything that grows there or goes there is blessed. But Vaishnavas make a point of it. Don't go on the hill because it's a murti. It's God himself. If you want to get close to the hill, you can do that, but stay at the base, And generally, it's recommended not to wear shoes. We were talking about shoes before, Two instances of shoes, right, in our little delivery now. And it's not recommended to use shoes at all. One year I went, and I had a serious injury on my foot, like an infection. It was pretty bad. I had all kinds of bandages around it and everything. And I made an appointment with one devotee that we would walk around Govardhan Hill, so we did. And I had to wear slippers, right? And people were it was just, he's going to hell, that kind of attitude, But I did it just to protect my feet, otherwise I couldn't go, and I was crazy about going. So the devotee Narada Muni, I think he was from Australia, was with me. And, I took off my shoes, I took off the Band-Aid off so I could take some water, wash the feet at Radhakund. And then he saw, oh my God, you've been walking on this all this time. Maybe I was foolish, maybe I was stupid and an idiot. But, a lot of saints are idiots. I'm trying to be one. Idiot I am, saint I'm not. But, we do crazy things for Krishna sometimes, we do. We're very desperate. I can remember going on the subway in Toronto, and we got this idea from the New York devotees. You could the people are in the car, the doors have closed, make an announcement, blah, 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 blah. You make your announcement. We're just looking for donations, and then you give a can. The can, people put something in it, and then you give them a book. Can you imagine? We did that. We had enough nerve to do a speech, and in the car. And we were so bold. And I remember someone reported from there, and it was a big chase. I ran away from the guy, and then I ended up in some construction area, and he followed me right to the end there. Anyways, we did bold things for Krishna. We did crazy things for Krishna. But it's all an adventure, and we all felt like we're kids. Do you sometimes feel like you're a coward boy, a coward girl, like playful and all that in the temple room, like when we do fist bumps in the morning and that kind of thing, or we dance crazily, don't you feel like a kid? Is it okay to be a kid when you're actually an adult? Answer. It's a resounding
Yes.
oh, thank you very much. I want to make sure I'm on the right track here. Yeah. So the idea is then, be light, be young, be energetic, and Krishna calls for it. I remember in Krishna Balaram Mandir seeing these pilgrims coming from Delhi. They drove or they took a train, and they're doing like the devotees doing. They spun around, and I can still see two ladies, those Punjabi ladies, that Punjabi clothes on, and they just spun around like this. And they're like at least 55 years old, acting like kids, And I thought, wow. I was thinking, I did join the right religion. So this is the idea, is that there should be fun in Krishna consciousness. So at 11 o'clock this morning, I'm doing a talk with Happy Jack. Happy Jack is he just got his degree from Harvard University, and he lives in Gravenhurst, which is near Huntsville. And he does this interview. Last year he did an interview with me, and he asked again, so I thought that was good. And we were thinking about what to talk about, and he thought, well, why don't you just talk about the energetic nature of Krishna consciousness? Talk about how spiritual life is fun. Rajavijay Rajagoyam, that verse from chapter 9. Susukam karatam aviyam, it ends up with happiness, joy. There's joy that comes from serving the Lord. And so that's going to be the theme. You're welcome to be on it. We'll share with you the link, if you want, at 11 o'clock with Happy Jack. And so that's one thing to keep in mind. I mean, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants ananda. Anandamayo bhyasat. That means we're all looking for joy, happiness. Everyone. Every day we want some joy, right? Whether it's, listening to some crazy music that you fell in love with in the 60s or whatever the case may be. Everybody's looking for a little ananda, And so we get that. We get that in kirtan. We get it in, through exercise. Really that exercise is fun. It's fun. And then we exercise this part of the body after that, right? So it's all fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Am I twisting your arms a little bit? Is it fun or not?
Yes.
Okay, it is fun. It's very, spiritual life is a lot of fun. And it can be morbid. There are some traditions where it's all based on fear and hate and things like that. You don't find that in Krishna consciousness. So, but we do hate. Some of us, we hate. Does that make sense? We hate, and we love. Okay? That's a good motto to live by. Hate, and love. If you hate love, then you're in trouble, you know? If you love hate, you're also in trouble. So hate, and love. I hope you will write that down and keep it in your heads. Hate, and love. So we're going to keep this open now we want to finish by 8:30. Hope everyone will be here. Tell some of your friends. Bhaktimarga Swami is coming tomorrow to do a class. And he did come a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't here. No? He was in town, let's put it like that. He didn't come here? Oh, okay. He was in town. He would sound like a Texan, like a cowboy. He came into town. He was in town. So he's in town, and he will be here to visit us at our request. So, Prabhu's, any points you want to cover? Anything at all? We could, caves, jewelry, hills. This is a magical hill, Govardhan Hill. We know a lot of people who worship the hill by having a stone from that part of the world, or from the Himalayas, and some of the Shilas that devotees worship sometimes. We worship stones. What a movement! Worship stones and plants. Wow, Hare Krishna. Yes.
Maharaj, this is a general question regarding Govardhan. So, as you mentioned, we worship Govardhan as well, as Krishna and like Giriraj, and then at the same time we say Haridas Varya, that he's a servant of Lord. So it's a lot of confusion.
Who's a servant of the Lord?
Govardhan.
Oh, Govardhan. Yes.
Yeah. So it's always a confusion.
It's confusing.
That is it Lord or servant of Lord?
It can be both, you know. I mean, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came as a servant of the Lord, but he is also the Lord. Right? You can act like you're a servant of the Lord when you are the Lord, to be an example for others. Let's play a humble role. After all, Krishna is the Lord, but he served all the other great devotees at the Rajasuya Yagya. Right? So he's the Lord, but he gave, let's say, preference to the visiting devotees, all the great souls. He worshipped their feet as they were coming and took care of them. There's that story of Jesus who, some people say he's God. That's confusing. That theology is, I must say, people are very confused when you meet our Christian friend. Is he God or is he Son of God? And then some people say he's both. But there was a time when he washed the feet of his disciples, and then he dried their feet with his hair. That's pretty humble. Pretty Vedic approach. Okay, is that okay? Answer his question, okay? Simultaneously one but different. You can look up that song by Kulashekar. They Chincha Veda Veda Tattva is the name of the song. Kulashekar. Chincha Veda Veda Tattva. Yes.
Is that Kulakshekar same Prabhu from where
Yeah.
we got some stuff from our
Yeah, the age of Kali. That's right.
Oh.
Govinda Jaya Jaya. That one, right? Okay, and, yeah, any other questions, Bruce? Yes.
This hate, love, how can we deal with when sometimes we just hate? I know we don't hate, but when we hate, it doesn't go for long. But if you go for long, it really spoils your peace and your consciousness.
Oh, yes, yes. If hate is prolonged, then you're really in trouble, for sure. You'll be a non-productive person. You'll start to curse. You'll just be nasty with everybody. It's not a good mind space to be in, for sure. Yeah. I was on the phone yesterday, and my sister had her birthday, and our siblings, we all get, there's 6 of us, we get on the call. And, we all came to the same conclusion. There's so much hate in the world. And people are always complaining. They're always complaining. That's a sign of hate. Disdain, detest. Isn't it? It's a bit of a problem. Anything else, Bruce?
Yes.
Would you like to be a coward boy or coward girl or something? Have some pastimes with the Lord? That would be kind of nice.
I have a follow-up question. How can we not find faults in devotees and people around us? How can we stop it? It's very
Fault finding is normal, but you have to get up a mirror. That's what you fault find. Not the mirror, but the image in the mirror. Okay, fault find yourself. There's a lot of flaws there.
But then it goes to self-criticism.
It goes what?
Self-criticism.
Self?
Criticism.
Yeah, you have to. You have to be self-critical. And if you don't do it yourself, your guru will do it. Or if you're married, your spouse will do it for you. They'll tell you all the problems that you have. That's what they say when you're married, then accept who you have and don't nag the person to death. They'll leave. Accept the good quality. Highlight the good qualities. That's what Krishna did with Putana. So she's coming at me to poison me, but she's coming at me like a mother. So therefore he looked at the good side. Anything else, Bruce? Oh, good. Now we can wrestle with Krishna.